is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Oh, look who we have.
It's a beautiful day. Look at our man, Jim from Minneapolis. We're going to take it by storm.
Taking it by storm, baby.
I love that. That's a great saying, man. Hey, what's happening, brother?
Good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing today?
Good, man. Yourself?
Oh, man. It's been the most incredible couple of days since when I called in on Friday, Litecoin busted out of that consolidation on the 2-hour chart.
Okay.
And it just never looked back. It did a 100-point ABC up, and now it's very extended the way I look at it. But holy, I mean, it went up to $420 last night.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7.5 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Cultivate wisdom. You don't need to accumulate knowledge to become wise. Anyone can become wise. When you become wise, you respect your body, you respect your mind, and you respect your soul. When you become wise, your life is controlled by your heart, not your head. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 1635. S&P, NASDAQ down 465, S&P's down 157. That's a downdraft, folks, in the Dow Industrials of 6.5%. Inside the NASDAQ, 5.6%. Inside the S&P's, 4.8%. We do look at the Dow Industrials. Officially, you are down over 20%. Inside that puts it from a bull to a bear. Right now, we're down 21.2%. NASDAQ is down 15.59%, and the S&Ps are down 18.39%. Gold contract down $25, trading at $16.35 an ounce. You get silver off 26 cents, $16.69 an ounce. Light sweet crude off $1.40, $32.95 a barrel. Notes and bonds. You get the 10-year down 13 ticks, trading 137.04. The 30-year up 25 at 181.23. And King Dollar up 83 ticks, trading 96.497. The euro is at 112. The yen is at 104.39, and the pound is at 128 to 1 U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. Let's go over to the SPY first. We'll take a look at the SPY. What you have out here is that you did break the lows of Monday. The lows of Monday out here, 273.45. Right now, you're at 271.83. Bottom line is that we have lighter volume on the break, so the real question is going to be, in the next 50 minutes, can that get back over the lows that were established on Monday? You don't get back over, that's going to be trouble in paradise. Why? Because then it's just not just a test of that low. Is bottom line, it's a market that can't hold price. We get into the NDX 100. We take a look at the 3 Qs. Going into the 3 Qs, bottom line, the 3 Qs, you can see that the 3 Qs, number one, have been the strongest indice when we take a look at all the indices in general, meaning the S&P, the small caps, the Dow Industrials. Right now, the QQQ is down $10.57. You're trading at 193.48. We've hit 193.18. Well, the number on Friday, folks, on Monday was 192.11. And let's go into the NASDAQ futures and take a look at the futures, because, of course, the futures trade all night. And we take a look at those futures, and what you're going to see with the futures, we hit 79.10 out here, and your low out there, I believe, is going to be, it's another $100 lower, 78.20. That's what it looks like inside the future market. Let me just look at this for a second. Yeah, it is. So inside the future market, we actually did, let's see, the day before, 78.20. So we're basically, you can see flat out how the NDX 100, as well as that NASDAQ composite, is stronger than the Dow and or the S&P. Gold contract out here. Let's take a look at gold. Gold's now $25. You get 347,000 contracts traded out here. Bottom line is that this is a pullback with light volume. This is still operating pretty cool for the type of market that we have. You're going into right now 746,000 contracts. So bottom line is that it's going to take quite a bit to basically get gold and to keep gold at lower price. Oil market out here right now is down $1.43, trading $32.93, and that failed to hold price at the highs out here today. You still have that high volume low that's laying out here inside of the oil patch. That is at 27.34. And inside the oil patch, what's going to get intriguing here too is that you do have, I believe it's Continental. Yeah, there it is right now. So you got shale billionaire Harold Hamm intends to file a complaint with the U.S. Department of Commerce against Saudi Arabia for illegal dumping of its crude on the global markets. Bottom line is that it's a fact. They dumped it on the market. Now the real question is going to be what is the administration going to do about it? Because bottom line is that the way that dumping works, folks, is that I'm not quite sure that if you, in Saudi Arabia's case, my understanding is that even though they went down 20%, I believe the way that dumping works is that you have to be pushing a product on the marketplace that is below your cost in order to gain market share. Now, my understanding in Saudi Arabia is that this is not below their cost. He's going to make the case that they have done it, however, to get market share. So we'll see where that's going to shake out. But you know what? Those things always take a long period of time. But there's no two ways about that. They have a battle going on extraordinaire inside that oil business. Some of the higher volume equities out here. Well, actually, let's go look at one of the big integrated oil companies, ExxonMobil. ExxonMobil right now trading $41.88. This baby is laying at its lows. We put this back on a monthly basis, and it's just broken down, I mean, in an incredible way. You broke a consolidation last month that had been in place since 2006. Right now, you get ExxonMobil trading out at prices of $19.99. And what you can expect, folks, the bottom line, I expect you're going to see that dividend get cut. I know Oxy was the first time it cut it, I think, in 30 years. Right now, ExxonMobil is paying an 8.3% dividend if, in fact, you bought it at this particular price. So you're talking about a very large number here. Let's go back over to the S&Ps for a second, because you're going to, this S&P, I believe this just took another dive down. Yeah, it did. So you're down $1.60 in the S&Ps. The lows that were established out here yesterday were, and it's going to go right after it, $26.95. Well, guess what? You're only $10 away from it. Might as well go whack it. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks. The gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my gold report. The gold report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The gold report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the gold report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the gold report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow down 1562. You have the Nasdaq up 455. S&Ps are off 147. And what we did have out here this afternoon, folks, you had the World Health Organization declare that we are in a pandemic. What's interesting here is that, well, let's go through it. So the United Nations body had previously stopped short of such a designation. As illnesses had spread from China and with major outbreaks in Korea, Iran, and Italy, all countries, so this is the head of the WHO, the World Health Organization, all countries can still change the course of this pandemic. The Director General said those with a handful of cases can prevent those cases becoming clusters and those clusters becoming community transmissions. The new corona virus is the cause of the first pandemic since 2009, when the novel influenza strain swept across the world. Now, here's the kicker. There's no strict numerical definition of a pandemic, and WHO had previously avoided the label even as the outbreak accelerated. The agency generally looks at how widely cases are spreading around the globe, along with the deadliness of the disease and the effectiveness of containment measures. The virus has already reached 100 countries. The effectiveness of basically keeping people from going somewhere, folks, it's a tough one. There's no two ways about that. It's definitely a tough one. Let's go take a look at the transports, because the transports, no doubt, is the one sector that has got hurt. Looks like it's going to continue to get hurt in a big number. And so if we pull these transports up, what you're going to see is that you have already broken the lows of 2018, and that's my take is that the S&P, that's going to be the consolidation that we're in. It's going to be the lows of 2018 up to the highs. Transports are saying a different ballgame. Transports right now are already back into June of 2014, so, you know, it was game here in the transports, which is really sad, is 6,400. And right now you're at 8,049. If we go over and take a look at American Airlines, would you have an American? Okay, so you got a sideways move in American, not that bad. The equity has already got cut just in half, just about, down from $30 in all of a month. And yeah, this is in tough shape because American has gone bankrupt so many times. These are all new charts, and right now you're in territory that it has not traded in. That's how American is set up at this particular point. We go take a look at Marriott Corporation, of course. What ends up happening, you get the airlines, you get the hotels. Look at that. It looks like the exact same type of chart, too. Interesting. So Marriott's trading at $100 right now. This also broke the lows of December of 2018. Just broke them today, actually. $100.62 is that low. We hit 99.22. That sets up that Marriott can get down into $73. So that's quite a level from right where we are right now. Let's go take a look at those NQs, because if we get any type of bounce, folks, it's going to start in the NQs. Bottom line is that nothing's there just yet. We hit that low out there of 81.30, 79.01, and what do we get? You get about 40 minutes. And it seems that what you do have is that what we had yesterday. First was it? Yeah, it was yesterday. You had Trump coming out saying, yeah, let's say no, that was Monday. So Monday, Trump was coming out saying, yeah, he's going to have a press conference on Tuesday. We were going to have a program. Yesterday, they decided that, okay, things changed. Today, folks, what you have happening is zero. Everyone's hiding. They're hiding in the closets out here. That's the bottom line. Let's go to Kay in Myrtle Beach. Hey, Kay, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. I called you about 3 months ago about the bond 10-year going to zero eventually, and it got closer to that. My question is where do you think Apple is going to go test its low?
So let's take a look. You got Apple right now trading at 273. Let me bring this back a bit, because of course there's no reason it can't test that low. Yeah, I mean, 256 is game for sure.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. Hey, here's a little fun fact. I mean, maybe you, with all your experience, there's an article out there. There was a big bet by our lovely banks that there would not be a world pandemic before July 17th of 2020. This bet has, and you can just put in pandemic bond July 17th, 2020. It pays out $500 million, but they have to have the WHO declare a pandemic to get paid. Well, what's bad is that there's like trillions of derivatives on top of that bet against that bet. So I think the reason we're seeing all the banks and they're talking with Trump is somebody's going to have to pay up on that bet, and it's one of these banks. And so they're going to have to sell their good stuff. This is just my opinion, obviously, but you can Google that, and the whole article says that if it gets, declared that, they get paid.
So you're saying that a trader, an institution, made a derivative. Mm-hmm. Well, they bought the derivative off the bank. That's what you're saying, right?
Right. Well, there's a big payout, and you can just put World Bank pandemic bond matures July 17th of 2020, and so. But
the World Bank doesn't sell derivatives.
No. I mean, there's a big bet out there that got made through all these banks with derivatives.
Oh, sure. There's trillions.
Yeah.
There's trillions every day.
It's just coincidental that, we got a pandemic just before this big bet expired.
Yeah, wild. You never know.
That was the only reason that I think we're seeing, and I don't know, I mean, nobody knows exactly why, but I just think people are scrambling because they didn't think they'd be paying that bet off, and now they're like, you know how the banks are. They make bets they can't keep, and then it's, goes to people, you got to bail us out.
Yeah, we'll see where it shakes out. I mean, just see where it shakes out.
I know. I don't want to. That's just the only thing. When I read it, I thought, well, that's really odd.
Well, who wrote it? Who wrote the piece?
Well, I don't know who. Oh, there's many. You can find. There's.
No, I understand there's many, but
it's just figuring out who owns the bond, who has to pay. That's what we don't know.
And how much money are we talking again? How much money?
Well, they think. I mean, nobody knows. This is, these are off the book.
No. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. There's the derivative organization. That's not how it works. They'd know. I think that's not how the derivative deal works. The derivatives are still registered with derivative organization, and you know what the number is. That's how that works. So it's,
Well, they're saying 500 million.
That's nothing.
I don't know how many.
500 million is nothing.
I know, but then we don't know how many derivatives on the derivatives.
Oh no, we know.
Anyway,
we know
I don't
that.
know, hey, we'll look into it and tell me your thoughts on it. Like if you get any information or what you think.
Okay. Have a great one. Have a safe one.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Dow right now down 1,600. Nasdaq's off 470. S&P's off 153. We'll come right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today. TFNN has developed a daily programming lineup for traders by traders. We start every trading day live at 8:30 a.m. with Tommy O'Brien hosting the morning market kickoff as he starts the day off by breaking down everything you need to know about what's going on for the trading day ahead. At 9 a.m., Larry Pesavento takes your calls and questions live on the air for the opening bell as he hosts Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom and Tommy O'Brien host the Bull Bear Trading Hour. At 11 a.m., it's Kevin Hinks and Alex Coffey from TD Ameritrade Network with Fast Market. Basil Chapman at noon with the Tiger Technicians Hour. Steve Rhodes hosts the Trader's Edge at 1 p.m. Dave White with the Power Trading Hour at 2 p.m. And Tom O'Brien closes out the day for the final hour of trading live from 3 till 4. Don't miss a second of our daily programming lineup. Tune in to Tiger TV every trading day live at TFNN.com. Educating investors.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's off 1550, Nasdaq's off 444, S&Ps are off 144. And that's still, so the Dow would have to go up just about 1% off this close to not close under 20%. The S&P is getting real close, 19.37% right now in the S&P. What has absolutely got smoked, folks, this is pretty intense, actually, looking at this. If we were up in Canada, this is pretty intense. Now, Canada was only down 4.7% today. But that being said, the gap situation, how they came down this last week is absolutely amazing. And in Canada, now watch this. When we talk about investing over the long haul, It's pretty disgusting looking at the S&P up in Canada. You're talking about that they are back. You know, we're back at the 2014 to 2016 area. Canada, folks, is back to 2007. Yeah, you heard that right. That's pretty amazing, man. It's blowing my mind, actually. Yeah, that's right. 2007. You know, bottom line, the high of 2007 was 15,128. We're at 14,256. And what that does set up, that still sets up lower prices coming at you in Canada. So we'll see how that whole thing shakes out. The inside Boeing. Let's go to Boeing for a second, because there's no doubt Boeing, you know, had problems, has larger problems. He's down $38 out here. Boeing's putting over 250 points in the negative inside that Dow Industrials. And what you're going to see out here, you know, the bottom line is that, you know, Boeing had this level at that 197. Looks to me like Boeing now, folks, is game. We talked about this before. It's game to 124. You're at 192, and your price projection out here is 124, because you blew through the first one. The first one it took out today, which was the 197, down from this 450, 446. Boeing's in tough shape. What Boeing did do, smart to do, and you're going to see this being done with huge amounts of companies, folks, is that Boeing, they drew down their full credit line of $13.8 billion. And the reason they more than likely they drew it down, which is really smart, because the bottom line is that if you were around in 2007, 2008, folks, okay, if you didn't draw your credit line down, the banks decided that they would negate the credit lines, and that didn't. And that was a wholesale deal, folks. That was right across all markets, retail as well as business. And the bottom line is that if you had taken the credit line down, the bottom line is that then that's just a normal thing. You pay it back. If you hadn't taken it down, guess what? You couldn't get it anymore. So it's really smart, and you're going to see a lot more companies take that credit down, and they should take it down. Let's go to Steve in Orlando. Hey, Steve, what's going on?
Not much, Tom. Good afternoon. I'm starting to get a little worried about the gold miners. The GDX is looking kind of bad, and I'm wondering what you're thinking about the situation there.
Well, it's good you're getting worried. That's important, because if you don't get worried in a market like this, folks, you have something wrong with you, and you're probably going to lose a lot of money. Worry is a good thing when markets are moving like this. So if we take a look at the GDX first, you can see that's down $2. You're under the lows of 2 weeks ago. So this is setting up, so we got, this can go lower for sure, 23.13. We're 25.45, 23.13. The top of that's 25.24. Interesting, okay. So you got a couple different benchmarks here. Let me put this on, I'm going to put this on a monthly for a second. So 4 years, I'll put it in a 5-year monthly. Same number. Okay, so different benchmark, 26, 25, 21. I'm going to put it back on a weekly. Yeah, I mean, this thing is, you know, that bar there going back in June, Steve, you know, the top of that bar is 25.24. The bottom of that bar is 23.13.
Right.
You know, so that is game. That's where we broke out from. That is game inside there. Let me pull up Barrick and Newmont. Those are the largest weighting structures. So Barrick is coming into the lows that were generated 2 weeks ago with a lot lighter shares. That's a decent setup, actually. And Newmont, same thing. So your two largest structures, actually, the benchmark in Newmont is 44.97. This is pretty cool. You hit 44.86. That's going to be a rejection of the highs of the lows in Newmont today. That's what it looks like, you know. So
let me ask you something. The gold, it will get destroyed along with all the rest of them when we have a general market decline?
This is what tends to happen. Well, this is what has happened in the past, right? So, like, if we go back to the 1990s, gold wouldn't go with the market, meaning that if you had a pullback, gold would continue to keep going higher, right? And 2000, the bull market started in 2002, basically. When we had the pullback in 2006, 2007, it took a few days, but then gold got smoked just as much as the broad market did, as the equities did. And my take, what that was all about, is that what ended up happening is that anything that was liquid that people had already made money on, they sold because they needed the money. That's that's what this comes down to. Do you know what I mean? So,
right.
And if we look at let me just here, we'll pull up Newmont again, and you're going to see this, folks. Okay, so compared to where the broad market is, okay, the bottom line is that these gold stocks have held up incredibly. I mean, we're still at this high-end consolidation. Now. The bottom line is if this goes on much longer, that doesn't have to stay like that. But, these gold stocks have held up in comparison to even the NDX 100 stocks, and they're the strongest inside of the market. But you'd have to be, don't just dive into, more of them, or if you're leveraged right now in them, you're going to have to be careful, that's for sure.
Okay.
What other gold equity do you own?
Well, I own SAND, S-A-N-D, and it's getting taken to the cleaners, no doubt.
Yeah, so this is a streaming stock, but he wants to be a streaming stock, but it's not like a Franco-Nevada or a Royal Gold. So let's see. So here's 513, 527. Yeah, you want to see this thing. You want to see this thing get above 527 again. Because 470 is next. I mean, you can see that's where we broke topside from. The volume is way too big on this coming in there, too.
Do you think that the thing's looking for a bounce at some point? Gold, that is?
I think gold has performed. I mean, the gold contract itself has performed. Here, let's pull up the gold contract. I mean, you're down, You're down $17 right now, but the gold contract itself has performed. I mean, bottom line is that, 2 days ago we were at 1704. Right now you're in a consolidation. Gold hasn't got hit, so.
Right, just the miners, I guess.
Yeah.
Or mine, anyway.
No, there's more than just yours. There's more, but sand is certainly not, Franco-Nevada or Royal Gold. Royal Gold has actually got hit. So Franco-Nevada is still the strongest. Yeah, so, I mean, look at Royal Gold's getting hit again. I mean, so, Royal Gold got hit. So the only streamer that really has held up is Franco-Nevada.
Thanks for your help.
Thank you. Stay right there, folks. Come right back. Dow down 1,300, NASDAQ off 374, S&P's off 119. We'll come right back.
If you're in the CD market and looking for a secure investment, the Tiger First Mortgage Program may work for you. The security for these first mortgages are building lots in the Tax Opportunity Zone in St. Petersburg, Florida. The Tax Act of 2018 set up tax-free zones across the country where you can build and hold for 10 years and pay no tax on the profits, which makes these lots valuable. The investment is anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000. The interest paid is 7% yearly, paid on a monthly basis. According to Bankrate.com, the best rate for a 4-year CD in the country as of February 20th is 3.1%. A $50,000 investment at a normal 4-year CD rate of 3.1% would give you income of $1,550 per year or $6,200 over the 4-year period. That same $50,000 investment in the Tiger First Mortgage Program would give you $3,500 per year or $14,000 over the 4 years. Which would you prefer, $6,200 or $14,000 of interest on your investment? If you would like more information about the Tiger First Mortgage Program, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow down 1,300. NASDAQ is off off 360. S&Ps are off 117. So we got the first bounce in here, folks. And you can expect it's quite a bounce. There's no doubt about it. So we just went from 27.02 to 27.47. We'll see whether we can get any some more juice that's behind it. That's the real bottom line, is that you don't have, well, we have a half hour in the futures market. Bottom line in the Dow Industrials, you have like 40 minutes, and I mean 20 minutes. Yeah, 17 minutes to be exact. Now, it's going to be pretty cool. So, listen, the Dow Industrials right now are down exactly 20.01%. So, this is going to be teetering back and forth inside the Dow Industrials to see whether it does close down over that 20% level, which would indicate that, guess what? You get a bear market inside that Dow Industrials. Let's go to Scott in Sarasota. Hey, Scott, what's going on?
Hey, Tommy, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Oh, beautiful. The one thing I wanted to look at, or a couple things I wanted to look at, is normally on the SPY, I sort of use that as a benchmark for the market.
Yes.
And when I look at the SPY and I look at the monthly candles on the SPY, if you look at those, and if you have 3 red candles in a row over history, you'll see that 3 red candles very often indicate a significant downtrend. Specifically, what I'm looking at is the October 2007, and then the mini downturn that began in May of 11. But when I look at the volume associated with those 2 particular downturns and compare it to what may very well be 3 monthly red candles in a row in this particular downturn, the volume on this particular downturn does not seem to be as significant as those 2 incidents that I just mentioned. And I wondered if there was anything different about that, or if you could assign some significance to that.
Okay, so
the proportion of the downturn is very high relative to the volume in comparison with the past.
No, it does. And so what happens, what Scott's saying, folks, it's 3 black crows. That is a 3 black crow inside candlestick charting, folks. No doubt is a monster bearish signal. Normally what ends up happening, you get the 3 black crows, then you almost get a test of them coming all the way back up, and then the market falls apart. We only have 2 so far, right? Because that's what you're looking at, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So and you're absolutely right. What is holding this market up right now, the S&Ps, when I say holding it up, yeah, we're down 19.5%. But what's holding it up is the highs of the lows of still 2018. That's still, that shot is still in place. Now, I suspect by the time we get to the end of the month, this is going to have volume, and that's why when I'm talking about the market, I think we're in a monster consolidation, and we will be in that consolidation for quite some time. And it will have to do with, like, the Dow Industrials already blew by the top of the December 2018, so that's telling me that the Dow is going to go to the bottom of it. Like, if I'll bring the Dow up right now, and you take a look at this, and what you'll see is that the Dow looks like it's going to go to the bottom of it. Let's see what I just did. I just, 3 years, 10. Yeah, so you can see the Dow's dug into it in a big way, man. The top of it on the Dow is 25,900. The bottom's 21,700. That's where it's going, man. And now the cool...
And on the SPY, I'm looking at like 238-ish or 237-ish, which is the bottom of the wick on that December 2018 candle.
That's right, and then 280.40 is the highs. If you reject 280.40 again, bottom line, you'll still have game that very well could be the consolidation in the S&P. And then what has happened, and this is why you really want to understand this, folks, is that in the NDX 100, we haven't even got close to it. So it's pretty intriguing. It's showing. I mean, inside the NDX 100, at the top of it is 173, and we've made it down to 192. You know, but you're right, and you're right in the context of the aspect of, sorry about this, about how you know, we came down. So what happens, the good news is that in December of 2018, we came down with monster volume.
Right.
In December, that wasn't great, but it is now, because that could be your saving grace, folks, to basically stop it, particularly how this market has been trading, okay? Because what you have here is that markets only have so much energy. I don't care, you know, if it's like, you know, the worst thing that people have ever seen. They only have so much energy, you know. So I suspect this energy on the way down basically is going to abate itself, you know, and you'll get some kind of a bounce, you know. What I do like, let me tell you, I'm going to go through this again. There's a couple things that you really want to keep your eye on. The biggest one is China, folks. Okay, and if you go to the Chinese markets, the bottom line is that the Chinese markets are not only off their lows, the Shanghai market, okay, was down 0.9% last night. That's after, you know, basically getting crushed, okay? So the Shanghai market, it started out in January at 3,100, gets all the way down to 2,600. Bottom line is that now you're at 2,968. And if you do take a look at that, what that is still is that looks to me like you're going to get to the top of the consolidation. And listen, the whole thing started in China, and yeah, there's probably a 3-month span that folks are going to have a hard time, but, you know, the way that has traded is saying that we're going to be out of this. And what I really like, now, wait to hear what just happened, folks. You get Larry Summers coming out a few minutes ago saying that he thinks this might be worse than the debacle in 2008. And he brought one other thing up. That's what you need to, you know, to get bottoms going, you know, because my take, I totally disagree with that. This is a medical deal versus a cash deal. It's going to be a cash deal for plenty of companies. There's no doubt about that. But this is still a medical deal. It's not a cash deal worldwide in 2008 that everyone got broke. They had to start again. Businesses went out of business on a continual basis. We don't have that here. Do you know what I'm saying? So.
Well, the only thing I would say about that is that on the repo market, they did raise the limit up to 150 billion. So as you know, I called you about that before, and we discussed that.
And they're going to have to raise it more. They'll raise it more. But that's the point. That's the point.
Yeah.
That's the other side. They'll raise it more. I mean, yeah. They're not going to lower it. They're not going to say, I mean, the quickest way to basically have a real crash is to say, okay, we're not going to basically give you any money.
Fund liquidity.
Yeah, it's not. If we learned anything in 2008, it's not going to happen. It doesn't matter. You know, you don't even say that the printing presses go anymore, folks. Because what happened, everything's digital. You know, all they do make a digital the digital entry. Here's $1 trillion. There's no reason they can't do 1 trillion, right? I know.
Thanks, Tommy.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Stay right there, folks. Come right back. Dow right now down 1,400. NASDAQ off 391. S&P's off 128. We'll come right back.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow down 1340, NASDAQ off 354, S&P's off 116. You know, if we go over and take a look at that SPY, folks, if you're a technician, the bottom line is that you get a rejection of lower price, and you do have it with lighter volume. And we're talking about a big number here, folks, because what you have is this. The low that was established out here on Monday was 273.45. We got the 270.88. We're going to do about 277,000, a million rather, shares out here in the S&P. We're going into 309 million. So bottom line, that is a rejection of lower price, and we'll see what type of move we can get higher now. NDX 100. Let me just go look at the 3 Qs and see how that baby is set up. That almost got to it. Didn't quite get to it. That low there would have been 192.11. We get to 192.73. That also has rejected it. The Dow Industrials bottom line that's showing, that is the problem child when you look at all those 3 indices in a very large way, too. And it would totally make sense, too, because what happens there, folks, is that those are the largest integrated companies in the world. So bottom line is that, you know, that in spades, okay, would make sense. You got Trump's going to be out here tonight. He's going to make a statement. Guess what, folks? So the bottom line is that he's already been out here once on Monday saying everything was going to be set up by Tuesday. Well, guess what? We're at Wednesday. I wouldn't take a lot into it that anything's going to happen, because the bottom line is that there's going to have to be more than just speech patterns in order to get this market going. And this is a different realization than the political realization that he's been dealing with for the last 3 or 4 years, because you can push people around, you can do whatever you want to do, and no one knows the difference of what it is. You can see that even the aspect of the amount of noise that's been out here from the administration versus the not noise in the marketplace, this has been the quietest we've heard the administration since the administration's been around. Why? Because the bottom line is that is the real number, where that market is going. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership, and fly with it. Everything you need is right inside you, folks. Have a blast with it. Come back and visit us tomorrow morning, 8:30. Tommy kicks us off. Great show.